Alright boys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about four very interesting forum threads. So these threads all have dev replies, so I thought why not, let's check them out, let's see what the devs have to say. But these are a little bit more, I would say, unhinged, so be warned, there's going to be a lot of stuff being said, you know what I mean? That's the best way I could put it. But like always, first link down below will be a link to the most up-to-date Bannerlord guides and news. So let's go check it out. So the four threads we're going to go over. We're going to go over what the main person has to say. We might go over what some other players have to say, but then we're just going to go straight to the dev response. Alrighty. Here are the four main threads. So the first one is give the majority of players what they want. Fix single player before doing anything else with multiplayer. Alright. Second, are we ripped off in some way by Terrorworlds? Question mark. Third, new beta update won't be a big update we are waiting for. ... And fourth, we have, did I already say fourth or third? This is the third, my bad. Fourth, full release is supposed to be in 4 days according to Terrorworlds. ... That's 5 dots, right? Yes, there it is. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what they have to say and go from there. All right, so this first person in the thread that says give the majority of players what they want, fix single player before doing anything else. He states, it's common knowledge that the huge majority of Mount & Blade players play for the single-player campaigns. That is true. The amount of missing features, bugs, lack of depth, and other bare-bone basic features this far into development is astounding to say the least. Okay. I agree that there are missing features. I agree there are bugs. Lack of depth, it's a sandbox game, but there is depth in there. It's just not as easily seen by players, in my opinion. Bare bone basic features, not exactly. The features are actually very in depth. They might feel bare bone, but they are quite in depth, in my opinion. But yeah, I guess the missing features and bugs, yeah, they're there. Worse yet, with every update that is done, the only actual improvements that are made are to multiplayer. Well, that is quite literally false. Wow, Jesus. We went from a true to a half true to a false in one paragraph. Then he ends it with stop. Yikes. All right. Yeah, that last statement that the only actual improvements are made to multiplayer, that is a big old false. All right, let's keep reading. There have never been more than 200 players playing multiplayer online at a time. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if that's the exact number, but yeah, maybe. Why is that minority receiving more attention than the ever loyal and abundant single player players? Well, because they have a single player team and a multiplayer team. You know, you still want to build up the game regardless, you know. That's how it works. Is it not profitable enough for the developers? Well, they're workers, you know. if the team lead says you guys work on this and you guys work on that, it's not like the developers are like freelance developers. They work for a company, man. You know what I mean? They work at the game and they do, you know, they have, you know, freedom on how they do it, but they do as they're told. They're workers. You know what I'm saying? It's a company. Have they all but rolled over to the trend of releasing half-baked games and expecting players to be content with pitiful updates every now and then? Yeah, I'm going to stop you there. I think in terms of the development, I think comparing it to other games that have released half-baked games and only release an update like once every half year, Cyberpunk, yikes. Y'all remember that game? Hey, and everyone wants to go crazy on Bannerlord and how they don't have like one of those really flashy roadmaps. But I really want you guys to go back to Cyberpunk and look at their roadmap and see how they have met none of their guidelines. Not guidelines, but none of their marks in their roadmap. And they literally remade the roadmap like 3 times, pushing everything back. So, yeah, it's not comparable. And again, I think the development here is not comparable to a lot of other games that came out half-baked and are still half-baked, you know what I mean? And did not receive any substantial big features. The only game that has really done that, in my eyes, where they have released a half-baked game, as you would say, and became like an astounding game, is No Man's Sky. That's the only people who really took it back. You could say Fallout 76 as well, but they still have problems. They don't have as many problems as they did before, but the game is still, you know what I mean? But they have also made some decent changes. But yeah, I don't think it's comparable. I have hundreds of hours in the game and enjoy what is available, but as stated, it is lacking in depth and remains extremely shallow. Well, I don't know. It's like I don't want to be that guy, but it's like if you have hundreds of hours in a game that you spent what $50 for, some people spent 60, some people spent 40, some people spent 50, depending on when you got it. Is it really that lacking in depth if you spend hundreds of hours? Look, I'm just saying. I don't know. There's games that have been super in depth and I've spent 30 minutes on. It's kind of a nonsensical thing to even talk about, but it kind of, in my opinion, feels like it contradicts itself. If you really thought the game lacked in so much depth and remains extremely shallow, I don't think personally you would put hundreds of hours into it. That's just my opinion of it. How long do I have to wait until I actually ask characters something? I have to ask something other than never mind. That's true. I wish that there would be more dialogue lines. I agree with that. How long do I have to wait for the characters to show an ounce of personality that actually influences gameplay? Well, I'm going to say that's a little bit harder to do. I know they can make specific characters that do that, but I think they're going more the sandbox route where stuff is kind of randomly generated over time. Do I agree or disagree with it? I'm on the fence on it, but yeah, I don't disagree with it. How long do I have to wait to tell my leaders as a vassal of a vulnerable castle that we should capture? True. Unfortunately, that is not coming. How long do I need to wait until be able to throw a feast at my settlement? I don't know if feasts are going to be added. Again, something I actually wanted to be added, but it does not look like it will be added, unfortunately. So I agree with that as well. Alright, my apologies. Had to just mute it for a second there. What else do we have? How long do I need to wait for companions that actually care about what decisions I make? Oh yeah, okay, true. How long do I have to wait for the actual developers to put as much of an ounce of effort modders do to their own game? This is very disingenuous. It's like the only reason modders are look, I'm gonna say it like this. The only reason modders are able to put the effort they put into the game and to make the things that happen in the game is because the base game is there to build upon, if that kind of makes sense. And while I'm not discrediting what modders do, I think both modders and developers have a tough job. I think building from the ground up is a little bit harder than building from something that's already there, if that kind of makes sense. But yeah, again, I think it's disingenuous. And I think it's just a very it's nonsense. I think this is a bad take in my opinion. I declare the developers of this game. I declare, dog. Who are you, man? I can't look. I'm sorry. I can't take you seriously after that one. I declare that developers of this game have the duty of carrying on the incredible legacy that Warband left. The amount of time and continued unfocused efforts that are being made are disturbing and unacceptable. Swallow your pride in what you want and give those that pay you what they ask for. Release the Bannerlord we are hoping it would be. Dog, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of you guys on the forums are so entitled to stuff that just doesn't make sense, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. You spent, like I said, $50, $60, $40 on the game. You've had hundreds of hours, as you state, and now you are telling them what to do as a company. Bro, you're not paying their bills. You paid for one copy of the game. They have hundreds. Well, how many? I don't know how much the employees they have. Like 100-something employees. Bro, they have to get paid weekly, bi-weekly, whatever their pay schedule is. They have to pay for their office. They have to pay for other fees. Like, bro, look. I don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings here, but that one copy of the game that you know what I'm saying, you bought, it's look. I'm gonna say how it is. It's kind of insignificant to what their costs are. So to have this like entitlement that, oh, I bought one copy of this game, so now I am on the board of directors. No, bro. You bought the game because you wanted to play it, and you've gotten hundreds of hours from it. You've gotten enjoyment from the game. Yes, you could always voice your opinions of what you want to give to the game, but to make this, I declare, like, bro, who are you? Did you pledge like a huge donation that you were going to make to the game studio? Do you own a piece of their stock? I don't even know if they're public or not. But like, where is this entitlement coming from? Look, I'm just saying. Like, it doesn't sound great. And I know people on the forums are going to agree with it and be like, yes, bro, this is exactly what is needed. But no, bro. You can always make suggestions and stuff of that nature. But at the end of the day, not to sound harsh, but it's their company. It's their game. You know what I mean? And they have taken suggestions. But at the same time, this whole swallow your pride and do what you want to give the players what they've been asking for, it's like you're either very young or you're older and just, I'm going to say it, a little bit out of touch. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yeah, my impression that single player getting much more treat than multiplayer by devs. Yeah, majority of the updates have been solely multiplayer, but that's just what it is. All right. I like how we're having a little bit of pushback on this post. Let's see what the devs have to say. So the dev says, I understand that single player may be the main draw for you and many other players, but you should be aware that single player and multiplayer teams work independently from one another. Exactly, it's a company. Some people are for multiplayer, some people are for single player. And while there is some natural crossover, they don't actually disrupt the development work of each other. Yeah. I'm also unsure that we have ever actually released a patch that didn't include a number of updates to single player. For example, the 1.72 patch released today includes a feature that might appeal to you based on the comments above. Prisoner interaction, and then, stuff that you can do with prisoners, okay? But with all that being said, I'm just going to be straight with you here. I respect the fact that you have to put so many hours into the game and passionate enough to take the time to come here and share your ideas and voice your concerns, but honestly, the overall tone of this post is excessively rude and simply not acceptable, so you can forgive me if we bring the conversation to a close here. Good. Hey, mute him too. Yeah. Let them know. Listen, I'm not A. It is what it. Listen, the devs are. I get it. It's a company. They gotta be nice. They gotta smile in your face, and you gotta be rude to them, bro. Put me on the forums, man. I will be going around with that hammer, going boom, 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 knocking them all out, man. Hey, actually, you know what? Don't come with me don't come to me with any proposal, because I'm not gonna accept it either, because I can't deal with people like this. But yeah. If you want to make suggestions, be nice about it. Stop being super rude about it. It's kind of weird. Stop being so entitled to the creative direction of a company because you bought their product once. It's kind of, or twice if you bought Warband as well. It's kind of weird, man. It's kind of weird. Next, are you being ripped off by Terror Worlds? All right. So the person says, hello everyone. Has anyone ever thought we were getting kind of scammed? I have the feeling that we were trying to make the most. They're trying to make the most out of least possible. They took advantage of the unique concept that they had on their hands and they released the most empty game ever. Personally, can't play without 15 mods. I question the morality of something a foundation that becomes a game with the love, time, and effort of the community. Yeah. Like, what's it? Technically speaking, legally speaking, no, you have not been scammed. You got the product, you know what I'm saying? As the product was shown, as all the videos before were shown, it always stated that stuff was going to be cut. Do I agree with stuff being cut? No, I think more stuff should have been added. So I do agree with you there. But does that make it a scam? No. The whole, personally, I can't play without 15 mods. I'm going to keep it honest with you, dog. I have close to 1,000 hours in the game. I have not put one mod into the game yet. I'm enjoying it. There's plenty of people who enjoy it. And I'm going to say another thing. I question the morality of selling a foundation, he says here. It's sometimes hard to build a good foundation to make it a very good moddable game. Believe it or not. So, you know, without the game foundation, you wouldn't be able to play these modded versions of the game. That's another thing to put into perspective. So, yeah, my 2 cents on it. Let's see. Dev replies, I'm sorry if you feel the game doesn't currently meet your expectations. However, you are crossing the line here by saying that we are trying to scam people. Exactly. It's a bold claim with, again, zero evidence. Just personal anecdotes of I'd rather play with 15 mods. Yep, there it is. We clearly say that the game is in early access and therefore an unfinished state. Yep, we have encouraged people from the very start to hold off on buying the game in early access if they have any concerns and to instead wait for the full release before making their decision. Yeah, that's another thing that people don't understand that, yeah, you know, you don't have to buy the game. And, you know, I'm pretty sure on Steam, if you play it for a little bit and you don't like it, it's like an instant refund, isn't it? Isn't that how it works on Steam? I've refunded a couple games. You know, I played it for a little bit. I didn't like it. Boom, 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 refund. And I instantly got it like a day later. So, well, it's not instant, but, you know, 24 hours later, accepted. So, and again, yeah, there is a big warning that says early access. You know, it's unfinished. Yeah, there it is. We dropped the NDA on the multiplayer beta before the game was released so that people could have more informed decisions before buying the game at the initial EA launch, and since then the game has been available for over 2 years with thousands of videos and reviews in a number of different languages out in the wild for people to check out. That is true. I'll be honest with you. My channel alone has, I think, close to 1,000 videos on Bannerlord. Don't quote me on that. Probably getting close to there. Probably like 800, 700. Yeah. I'd also like to point out that we actually go to great efforts to make the game highly moddable so that players can experience the game the way they want to, and this increases our workload. Also true. Again, it's very hard to build a foundation, and if the game sucks, I'm gonna be honest with you. How can I explain this? For mods to be great with the game has to be good in itself. You know what I mean? If the game is trash, more likely than not, modders aren't even going to take the time of day to actually make the mods to improve the game or to fix the game. You know what I mean? Like, if the game is terrible and you know how the players here on the forums say that it is, no amount of mods would really fix that. Of course, the mods improve it, but they wouldn't fix it, if that kind of makes sense. Next, new beta update. Won't be a big update we are waiting for. All right. As stated above from the single player thread, they won't have claimant quests, no banners, and nothing actually substantial in the coming out soon. The game at this rate won't be ready for at least another year. ... What? Bro, I read this. How did you get this from that? They stated in this post that they are working on certain things and that, some things are going to come out now, some things are going to come out later. But they didn't mention when certain things were going to come out. So how did you get this from that? This seems like a lot of personal anecdotes and a lot of personal predictions. But for the last part, this game at this rate won't be ready for at least another year. What's the problem with that? Bro, why is everybody on this timetable of get the game out now? Get it out now. Bro, relax. Relax. If it takes another year, then it takes another year. It's not a big deal. It doesn't make sense. It's just, Alright, so developer says, oh, he responded to this guy. Oh my goodness. Can't take him seriously either. Alright, so he says the intention was clear not to scold, especially because it's not a program term. Just wanted to describe problems to block the release of a patch and are identified during testing. Oh, and regarding... Okay, what is all this? There are several items from the future plans. There is not so far away category of the current works post. Okay, so it's pretty much saying what I just said, that, stuff in this thread, some is coming sooner than later, some is coming later. It is what it is. Again, for a rational person, it's not that big of a deal. If you gotta wait longer for it, it's not that big of a deal. Again, it only makes sense if you're younger that it would be kind of like a big deal because, you know, patience isn't something that, you know, even me as a young person, I had a hard time experiencing it. But as you grow older, you realize that, you know, patience is something you go through. It's normal. It's life. And, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. What else? Is there anything like an official prediction on how much longer EA will last, even a vague one? An official prediction. What does that mean, dog? What? Even a vague one? Bro, why does everybody want to be told, like, this is the date, this is the... Bro, just relax. Just relax. Just, I don't know, like I said before, go get another hobby or something. You know what I mean? Like, just go do something else for a little bit. Take your mind off it. Because I feel like people are so into this, like, they're in this mindset of, like, it's Bannerlord and sleep. Bannerlord and sleep. Bannerlord, eat, sleep, go to the bathroom, sleep. Bannerlord. But, you know, it's like, dog, relax. Go in the other aspects of your life for a little bit. Come back and see what happened. You know what I mean? But hey. Alright, let's do the last one. Full release is supposed to be in 4 days according to Terra Worlds. Alright, this person says they have previously stated the full game will be released in Q2 of 2022. Well, folks, Q2 ends on June 1st. Does it? Q2 and 2022. Bro, why did you lie? Why would you lie? Bro, what is wrong with people on the... Bro, it takes one Google search for me. Q2 end 2022. It starts on April 1st. It ends June 30th. Not June 1st. Bro, it is a simple Google that you have to do. I can't take you seriously anymore. I can't take you seriously anymore. Come on, man. Come on, guys, come on. How do you expect people to take you seriously when you just, your whole argument is just personal anecdotes, lies, and just, you know what I'm saying, aggression? Bro, that's not how you get your point across, man. Regardless, though, even if it was June 1st, as the devs have stated, and as somebody who, you know, is a veteran of the forums, you've seen plenty of posts of them stating that if they need to postpone it, they will continue to postpone it. Very simple. They also said they would push back the release indefinitely as needed, and it is needed, so exactly. Literally. Come on now. Like, come on now. We have also always maintained the position that we will full release the game when we feel like it. This is the community lead speaking. And I think we can all agree that it isn't quite there just yet. There you go. Yeah. Is there like a karma system that is on the forums or something? Is this why people post stuff like this? For like attention and like karma? Is like what? Is this kind of like how Reddit works? Because I don't get at this point why people keep posting stuff like this. Goodness. What is this? I mean, that's the point I've been making at the Tail Worlds. Boop. I don't know if I can say this word on YouTube anymore. Boop. They hide behind the idea that there's an EA, yet Tail Worlds has no plans on making any meaningful changes for the release. Yeah, I'm gonna say something, dog. This might hurt a lot of people's feelings, but I'm gonna say something. Because I know who he's talking about. I'm probably in that group, since I stand for Tail Worlds, which I don't. I just stand for, decency, and, not being a crybaby on the forums. But with that being said, um, how do you call people, this word right here? I don't know if I can say it. Yet you're on the forums as an archduke, which looks like a very high prestigious role. With all your stuff linked. You see this? I have no account. I'm not even logged in. I have no account. I don't have it. So I'm just saying. It kind of contradictory. It's kind of contradictory in my opinion. I think the person that spends many, many hours on the forums for the game. I'm pretty sure this guy's made a post before about, having hundreds and hundreds of hours in the game. It's a contradictory statement. That's the best way I'm gonna put it. I don't want to hurt any feelings, but that's gonna do it for me. Yeah. What do you guys think of all this madness over here? I think it's just a bunch of talk, nonsense talk. But I thought I should cover it. You guys like these too, where I cover stuff. They're a little bit more controversial. People in my community come out and they're like, there's always like that one or two guys who just come out. They're just like, I can't believe you would stand for them. I thought you were, always with the people on the forum. I can't wait for that person for this video. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. You guys stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.